Today on Hammer and Steel Reviews, we are going to be looking at the new Kingston Arms Cutlass designed by Angus Trim. I first want to thank YouTube user Alan Vid for his weapon suggestion. We do take your suggestions and try to get our hands on the weapons you suggest. I also want to thank WeaponMasters for supplying these weapons. Without their generosity, none of these videos would be possible. Historically, where do you start with this? I mean, this cutlass doesn't seem to have a historical doppelganger that I know of. So I jumped on the Cast Iberia's site to see if they had an answer, and lo and behold, they did. So apparently Gus called them and let them know that he had put together a sword made from a cutlass blade that he didn't put on anything else, with an early complex guard and a wheel pommel. It would appear that this sword is a product of recycling. I really like the blade on this sword. The unique fullers make it so it's really light and agile, and it definitely has the power of a cutlass. Something very strange happened, however. We were struggling to cut through water bottles. They are like the easiest thing on the planet to cut. It has a sharpened edge, but the secondary bevel is a little rough. So we turned its wrath against the ballistics gel head and buried the sword. And it was impressive, the amount of damage this blade caused. But we couldn't cut water bottles? Now, this was the factory edge, and so if the cutting edge was to be reprofiled and honed, I think this sword would be terrifyingly amazing. Other features of the sword that made me scratch my head was the pommel. It has a hex nut fastened pommel. I haven't seen a Kingston Arms sword made this way. That makes me wonder, if the nut is removed, could I put other furniture on it? Like some of the Tinker Pierce sword blanks, could I get guards and pommels from, say, LG Martial Arts and make this sword truly epic? Maybe a different video. Another thing that seemed odd was the sheath of the sword. It's made of leather, but the structure is like one of those cheap Ren Fair scabbards. There is a cool flower and leaf motif on the leather itself, but I was hoping for a scabbard for this sword. I think they went without a wooden core scabbard because this sword is not a reenactment sword. It is an awesome sword designed by a well-known swordsmith, so you might look at this as a negative, but I think they spent the extra money they would have spent on the scabbard on the sword itself. And it's made of 9260 high carbon steel, and it's really a wonderful sword. The only thing I would do to this sword is reprofile the edge. I'm excited to do a little bit of exploration with this and see if I can put new guards and pommels on it. That would make this sword just amazing. I want to thank Alan Vid for the suggestion, and if any of you would like to see something, a sword, an axe, anything, just let us know. If you'd like to purchase this awesome sword, go to WeaponMasters.com and use the promo code HandsViewer2020 and get 10% off your first full order. If you liked what you saw, guys, please like, subscribe, and hit the bell notification. Again, thank you all for watching, and as always, may all your days be filled with history.